mat or a propagator to put them in. That's vital if you're going to sow tomato seeds now. This season we're going to do 6 varieties this season. The main variety that we're going to grow is Shirley, so that's going to be our main crop for this year. I don't know if you've watched our videos from last season, you'll see we had Shirley right down one side of the greenhouse, and we followed the progress. And the progress of Shirley were really good with full trusses of tomatoes, and we had a hell of a crop off them. So that's going to be our main crop. Like any other gardener, I like to experiment with other varieties. We also last year grew that one called Honeycomb. That gave us small tomatoes of a cherry type, and they're exceptionally sweet. We got a good crop off those, so we're going to regrow them again this year. Last year we also had Moneymaker. Moneymaker's a good old variety. It's been out there a long time. It's tried, it's tested, it's a good one, so we're going to grow those. In my opinion, these mature slightly earlier than Shirley, but given the choice of the two, Shirley give me a far better crop. But naturally I'm a bit old-fashioned, so I like to stick with something I've grew before, so we're going to do those. We're going to try this year, we're going to do one called Alicante. I have grew Alicante before, a lot of years ago, but we're just going to put, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 plants in the greenhouse just to see how they come on, and just to remind myself what the variety was like. Another one we're going to do this year is one called Prudence Purple. Prudence Purple's a beef tomato. I've never been a big fan of growing beef tomatoes, mainly because of the shape and the cracking and the ununiformity of them. But this one's been recommended to me, Prudence Purple, so I'm going to give it a go. We'll only put 3 plants in maybe 1 grow bag to try them in the greenhouse, so we'll give them a go. And finally, that one was recommended to me. I haven't grew it before, but it's one called Cavendish. Cavendish is a standard tomato, an upright, a cordon variety, a bit like Shirley, Moneymaker. But like anything else, I like to try things new, so we'll just give that one a go. We'll just put 3 plants in a grow bag and see how they come on, and we'll watch the progress. So sowing the seeds, as I say, we'll do the Shirley first. I've got those in a slightly larger seed tray because I'm going to have a lot more of those in the greenhouse. I filled the seed tray with multi-purpose compost. I've firmed the compost down lightly so it's nice and firm and uniformed in the tray. I've also given it a good watering as well. It's vital that you give the compost a good watering, in my opinion, a good soaking before you sow the seeds. We are going to sow the seeds, and then we're going to give it a light sprinkling on top of compost and a very light watering. But if I left me watering to the last minute and I soaked the seed tray with the seeds in after I've sown them, then I'm going to risk of washing the seeds out. So I've got 4 packets of Shirleys here, which is, it says there's 10 in a packet. So we're just going to lightly sprinkle them onto the compost. That's 1. Just lightly sprinkle them as sparsely as you can. I've lost one there. Given the price of them, that they're over £4 a packet for 10 seeds, we don't really want to be losing any. So we'll get those in there. Packet number 3. And packet number 4. Get it open. That's it. Again, we'll try and scatter them as sparsely as we can, so they've got plenty of room to grow. Make sure we've got them all out of there. Yep, that's them all out of there. We've missed one there. That's it, we've got that back in. Make sure I've missed any of them. As I say, Shirley, there is a couple more left in there. Shirley are expensive, you don't get a lot for your money. I think there's about 10 seeds in a packet, and they're in excess of £4 a packet now, but they are a good variety, and I'm sure you'll be pleased if you do grow them. Right, so once we've done that, we'll take the tray over to the I'm just using multi-purpose compost, as fine as compost as you can get hold of, and I'm just going to lightly cover them round about. And they always say about 1/8 of an inch or about ½ a centimetre. Try and just give them a rough covering like that, and then just slightly, not firmly, but just slightly pat it down so we know they're all covered, like that. And just make sure we get any lumps out of it. unfortunately, a lot of multi-purpose, or most composts now, they aren't what they were like years ago. They've got lumps and bumps and bits of bark and things like that in them. It's probably okay for potting, but not ideal for when you're doing seeds. So we've got them all lightly covered, just a little bit more in these corners, make sure I haven't missed the corners, like that. Lightly cover and just slightly firm them down like that. So that's covered there. Then because the compost we've just put on there is dry, it is wet underneath, nice and wet underneath, but it is dry on the top. So only thing I'm doing now, I just bought this last year at a local garden centre. It's a small watering can, but the main thing is it's got a very fine rose. So just lightly water over the top like that, and just make sure that you're covering them all like that. So that's at a good water. And importantly now, not to forget to put the label in so we don't forget what they are. Now that's ones I wrote out earlier, so that's a Shirley label. So we'll now label those as Shirley, like so. And then we'll put the little lid on top of them, like that. And then as I said, these need to go into a propagator or a heat mat. Now, if we go over to mine here, I've got a heat mat. I'm looking to have a big heat mat in me. I've made myself a big propagator. So as we prick the tomato seeds out later on, we'll be putting them on this heat mat here and spacing them out because we've got a big double heat mat in there. But one of these heat mats for the time being is absolutely fine. As you can buy these in shops or online. You can get them for around about 20 quid, but they're absolutely ideal for sowing tomatoes or any seeds on. So effectively they'll go on there like that, heat mat will be plugged in, and we'll just leave them there. They should take 7 to 10 days to germinate, so we'll just leave them on there with the heat on. I'm not forgetting that heat on these tomatoes, a gentle heat, then they are going to dry out reasonably quickly. So they will need looked at every day, or at least every other day, but more than likely every day. And just give them a sprinkle over with watering, just to keep them moist. We need to keep them moist at all times. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to carry on sowing the rest of these now. So I'm going to put money maker in that one, and I've got seeds ready for all of the varieties there. So we're doing seed trays ready. So we're doing 6 varieties in total. I'm going to pop these on now. I'm going to put these seeds in these now and get them into the propagator. In this season we're going to do tomatoes, we're going to grow cucumbers, we're going to grow potatoes in bags. So if you subscribe and hit that button to follow us, you can watch how we do it all and see how I do mine. I'll be back in about 2 weeks time. Hopefully these have germinated and we'll see what they look like then, and we'll do our second video in about 2 weeks. So please tune in and hit the like button and keep following us. Thank you. Bye bye.